If you really want to understand our planet, its past, its present, even its future, you might think you need to look up at the stars. But the real answers, they're down at the very bottom of the world. Today, we're going on a journey to unlock the secrets trapped in the ice of Antarctica.
This right here, this one sentence, is the key to our whole story. It's the wild idea that this unbelievably remote, frozen continent is basically a time capsule, holding the secrets to, well, everything. So what we're going to do is follow along on one person's incredible voyage to see what they actually found out when they got there, standing on the ice. Okay, first things first, just getting there is an epic adventure all by itself. I mean, the sheer scale of this trip is almost impossible to wrap your head around.
Just think about that for a second. We're talking over 100 hours of travel by car, then plane, then ship. And after all that, the first feeling when you finally arrive isn't exhaustion. It's just this profound sense of wonder at the immense, quiet, white emptiness. And that feeling of wonder, it very quickly turns into a mind-bending history lesson. Because you see, to really get Antarctica today, you have to go back in time. And I mean way, way back.
650 million years ago. That's our starting point. Back then, the world map looked totally different. Antarctica wasn't some lonely block of ice at the South Pole. No, it was actually the heart of something much, much bigger.
And that something was called Gondwana. So forget the ice for a minute. Picture this giant supercontinent buzzing with life. It was warm, it was green, full of plants and animals. A single, thriving landmass. The slow, powerful forces that literally built our world are all in this story. You've got Gondwana starting to break apart. India drifts north and just slams into Asia, creating the Himalayas. South America peels away, and that opens up the Drake Passage. And that's the game changer, because it creates this cold current that circles Antarctica, locking it in a deep freeze and turning it into the isolated continent we know today. So, after all that geological drama, what is it actually like to stand on that frozen continent now, at the bottom of the world? Well, for starters, it's pretty much all ice. A staggering 90% of all the ice on planet Earth is right here, and that's a chilling thought in more ways than one. The feeling is surreal. It's like you've walked inside a giant white ping pong ball. There are no trees, no buildings, no signs, nothing. Just endless ice and a silence so complete, you can almost hear it. Your brain just loses all sense of perspective and time. And the scale of things there is just wild. It swings from one extreme to the other. You've got these tiny, microscopic things like midges and mites. And then, in the same place, you have blue whales and icebergs that are literally the size of a small country. It completely rewires your brain on what big and small even mean. But even in this seemingly untouched, pristine world, you just can't escape it. The human footprint is everywhere, even here. Think about this number. 12,000 years. That's basically the entire history of human civilization. To us, that sounds like an eternity, right? But on the geological clock of the Earth, it's nothing. It's a blink of an eye. And here's the crazy part. In just those few seconds, we've managed to leave our mark on the entire planet. While we've been up here building cities, fighting over resources, and burning fossil fuels, Antarctica has been quietly keeping a diary. Because it's so untouched, its ice cores have these tiny bubbles of ancient air trapped inside. They're literally time capsules holding carbon records from 500,000 years ago. It's the perfect baseline reading of our planet's health. It's like the control group in our huge global experiments. And because its ecosystem is so simple compared to the rest of the world, Antarctica turns out to be the perfect laboratory for understanding just how fragile the whole planetary system really is. Take this, for example. It all starts with a seemingly tiny problem. A thinner ozone layer starts to affect these microscopic sea plants called phytoplankton. Now, that might not sound like a big deal, but these little guys are the foundation of the entire ocean food web. So if they're in trouble, everything that eats them is in trouble, and that chain reaction can throw the entire global carbon cycle out of balance. And that's the big lesson learned on this journey, the great metaphor for existence. If you take care of the small things, the really important foundational things, the big things will sort themselves out. A pretty profound lesson to learn from such a simple place. But the most powerful moment, the epiphany, where everything truly clicked into place, came during an experience that honestly sounds like something out of a movie.
Can you even imagine hearing that? Your giant research ship grinds to a halt, completely wedged in a sheet of ice, and the captain gets on the loudspeaker and tells all 52 people on board to just get off and go for a walk on top of the ocean.
And as they stood there on a single meter of solid ice, they knew that right below their feet was 180 meters of living, breathing salt water. In that one moment, standing there, seeing seals sunbathing on nearby ice floes, the idea that everything on this planet is connected, well, it wasn't just a concept anymore. It was real. You could feel it.
And that experience leaves us with this huge final question. We've seen the planet's history trapped in the ice. We've seen the delicate balance of its present. But what about the future? After all this, will we be around to see it? Or will we learn the lessons that Antarctica is so clearly trying to teach us? That's the thought I want to leave you with.